guys, welcome to another video. And as usual, before I get started, go ahead and smash that like and subscribe if you're new to this content. And to my current subscribers, I appreciate you guys more now. Let's just get right to it. So the Bitcoin price is now roughly about 66,000, the Ethereum price is around at 2,400. VGX is at the 0.01081. Price is pretty much stabilizing. It's not really moving, but I'll take a look at the 7-day chart for VGX, 1 month. And I'll take a look at the all-time chart. If you guys take a look at it, there's some way to go. And we know why that chart actually is looking like this. It's mainly because of some delisting that happened. But, there's been a lot of chatter on X in reference to them communicating with persons that are testing the wallet. Basically VGS is trying to make sure that when the wallet does get relaunched, there are minimal issues. So they're going through a lot of UAT testing right now. A lot of people are saying that when they log in with a fingerprint, the application will close right away. These are things that they're going to have to overcome, and it's actually really good because this is what the whole UAT testing is all about. You want users to test out, to give you feedback, and it's the same thing what happened with Safe4. We were able to test that wallet and all those different things to report back to let them know the issues that were encountered, so they can go back to the drawing board and fine tune and make the necessary changes. Now, there's not that much they have to do because the wallet's already created, but the fact that they are actually adding and basically the background and infrastructure, because I think in getting the wallet, I'm not sure if they got all of the servers and all the different things that went along with the creation of the wallet, where it was stored. There's a reason why the orbital shield is not there, because now they have to go ahead and put their own design on the particular SafeMoon wallet to make it as user-friendly as possible with the UI and the UX experience, so that they can definitely be able to please the new holders that are going to be buying their tokens on the SafeMoon wallet. That is something that's functional. What you don't want is a launch of something that will actually have a bad look on launch date. And what that will do, that actually put out an image that they're not rolling out a solid product. So all these things you got to keep in mind when it comes to development is that when you're in the software development field, these are the things that developers do in order to get out a product. They go through what is known as a process, as an ITIL process, or a software development lifestyle process, going from where it starts to where it's going to end, and then the evolution of constantly keeping it updated. And this is what they're doing. So, I want to talk about Ethereum here for a minute. I know a lot of you guys know that I do invest in Ethereum, and I'm constantly buying Ethereum. Ethereum, let's be honest, Ethereum price is actually not even moving. But this is in no shape or no form that you must lose faith in Ethereum. Remember, you still want to invest in meme tokens. Why consider Wall Street Bet to be a good token, GME to be a good token, SHIB to be a good meme token, as well as VGX and a few others that are there that you may want to diversify and get your funds on. And this is how you actually are going to make money. A lot of people would like to get into crypto, and the question is, why aren't you? And the question they'll probably come back and be, because I don't know how to. If you keep watching these videos, I'm going to start doing videos on how you can go ahead and buy videos. So if you want that information, like, share, subscribe, get it to those persons that want to get into crypto. Right? I'll do a special video on how you can buy crypto on a centralized exchange as well as on a decentralized platform on a particular wallet, so you can feel comfortable and a know-how on how to do it. I do have videos in the past on how to buy different tokens. Like if you guys do remember, I did a video on Solana SHIB, and I did videos on how to do that, as well as I did a video on how to buy Wall Street Bet. Now I can go ahead and resurface those particular videos to provide that education for those persons that want to know how to buy crypto. I feel as if you're not in crypto, you need to ask yourself why. Because when you do hear people making money, you don't have a clue on how to buy it, you're going to be missing out. You will miss out on a lot of the opportunities for you to potentially become a millionaire, because really and truly, not all of us know which token is actually going to make us actually rich. So we're actually playing around. There's always that few people that actually go ahead and invest in crypto and they hit it big. So, and that can be you. And this is the reason why you might want to get into crypto now, and you can probably hit it big before I hit it big, because you might just be that lucky. It comes down to luck, ladies and gentlemen, because crypto is one of those, is that there's over 10,000 cryptos. But if you get in a token that they are starting to launch maybe a pre-launch. Now you gotta be careful. A lot of the pre-launches actually turn out to be rogue and scams, and then they never launch and they run away with your money. So that educational piece is actually really, really important, and why you want to be careful what you get into pertaining to crypto. And I know people say do your own research, but how can you do your research if you don't know about crypto? You may want to join social media and read up and listen in, and join X Spaces, or what is it called as Twitter Spaces, to try to learn as much about that crypto as possible before you go ahead and put your money in. But if you don't have the education on how to do it, you're going to be on the sidelines. And you're going to see people making money, and you're not going to know how to do it. And I'll be honest with you, when I first got into crypto, as simple as it is right now for me to do it, it was very, very difficult in the beginning. I didn't understand the whole contract address, swapping back and forth, and then to me it was a challenge. And then I wasn't comfortable in maneuvering my field cells and lose my money. And this was one of the reasons why I didn't want to put in too much money. But once I got a hang of it, I started doubling down, because I know I can move my money around very, very quickly. And I always maintain what is known as 2 wallets. So if you like my sharing, guys, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. We're going to talk about John Karony here in a minute. But I want to go ahead and talk about some of the things that are happening now, because there's a lot to talk about with John Karony. And for those of you that are here, we're going to address that in this own little segment. But, I had a chance to go ahead and vote this week, and I've actually noticed something a little different, that they did not have the computerized version of voting here in the United States. We have an election that's approaching. At the time of doing this video, I think we have roughly about between 12 days left. So there's a lot of commercials on televisions, political ads. We have been blitzed with a lot of TV ads for political opponents. Now, when going to the voting station, we're now back to paper, and you have to now use a pen to actually bubble it. And I'm hoping that this is not going to become a problem again, where they'll say, well, okay, it's not bubbling properly. And we're going to see, and I think the reason why they actually did it, because from the computerized version, there was a lot of questions in reference to companies A or company B, or what's been happening, that the information probably got manipulated. So I think they want to go ahead and eliminate all of those questions, and they went ahead and go back to the very paper where there's no electronic. The only electronic part about it is that when you are done, you get to insert it into a machine that actually reads that information very, very quickly, and I guess it's a count. So but the experience is actually really different. It just feels as if we went backwards in time as pertains to voting, but we'll see how it all turns out. The economy, it's not where we would like it to be. We are definitely in an inflation year. We see interest rates are coming down. But what I want to leave you guys with this is that before we start diving in with the whole John Karony stuff, is that, when it comes to investing, is that there are some principles you have to live by, and this goes for every single thing as it pertains to money. A lot of people have a lot of money, but a lot of people don't know how to spend their money. And a lot of people do make money, but then they don't know where that money is going. A lot of people live above their means. A lot of people don't live in the middle or right on the cuffs of their means, and as a result, they experience financial hardship. A lot of people extend themselves all the way out, and as a result, if there's any type of turbulence, employment-wise or whatever, they don't have those extra cushions to fall back on, and those are the persons that are impacted. So the key thing you need to do is, and maybe you guys probably already noticed, is that you want to make sure, number one, you want to have a plan on how to basically figure out how you're going to go ahead and budget, your personal budget. Those are critical, and I see a lot of people that are accountants that make mistakes. Doctors, lawyers, big-time professionals, that the basic fundamental of money, they don't follow those principles, even though they're making a tremendous amount of money annually, more than the norm, beyond the bracket. A lot of them are not saving the way in which they should. Another key thing is that you got to be disciplined. You got to be very, very disciplined. If you're taking $100 out of your check every 2 weeks, you need to set it, forget it, and just let it ride. Let it ride, because the goal is to get to a certain point where it's a well-oiled wheel system that is continuing up. You're never going to miss that money. Another thing is that you have to be consistent. with this. Be very, very consistent with your plan when it comes to saving. Just stick with it no matter what, because at some point in time you may need that money. So if you're consistent with that, that is critical. Another thing is that you must be patient. A lot of people will be like, this money is just not growing fast enough because I'm only saving $25 a week. Hey, if you're around 20, 21 years old, 30, you can put a lot more as you get older. And I think what this prepares that, if any type of situation was to come your way, any kind of emergency, you'll be able to react a lot quickly, get a fly out of town, give monies to a situation. You want to have these things in place, but the very basic fundamental stuff that I see a lot of people will get gigantic either bonus checks or all these different things, but they don't put the money away and have it for those different times, put it in a Roth IRA or all these different things. They tend to go ahead and spend that money, and then later on wonder what happened and why they're having a financial situation. 3 other things I want to leave you guys with that you might want to pay attention to is that you want to live on your means. Either live below your means or live right in the medium part of your means. Do not extend yourself. Try to stay out of our credit card debts. These are some of the things that I see a lot of people run into. Stay away from those. Yes, you want to buy things around the holiday times, whatever, but you want to try to stay away from those because the interest rates can really, really wreck you as time go on, and you'll be paying those things for a given period of time. And last but not least, you want to basically can say here is that live on the rest of the funds that you have put together, or basically have money for what is known as emergency funds. The goal here is to set up what is known as an emergency funds, and that emergency funds comes in really, really handy in the time of need. You never know, there might be situations somebody gets sick and all these things. So that applies for those of you that are investing in crypto. Be disciplined with it. And this is the lesson I want to give to you guys, because I see a lot of people that are making these mistakes, and they try to get to the mountain peak very, very quickly, but not realizing that there's a slippery slope on the other side. Because to stay on the top, you need to have a plan with your money. Otherwise, the slightest wind that blows, you're going to slide down the other side. And that's the information I'm giving you guys. So let's just jump into the whole John Karony stuff. John Karony, we know in the last video, they went to the court. They went to hear the court hearing and the laws in which they were talking about. But John Karony put out this message is that he said that I have filed my response to the government response to the motion to dismiss. Remember, we are arguing a matter of law at this current junction, not the fact of the case. I'll be able to argue the fact in the future, filings and hearing as the case progresses. I am innocent and I did not commit fraud. I look forward to proving my innocence as the case progresses. And I also take a look at John Karony's profile, and says that former CEO of Redacted, veteran entrepreneur, resiliency is a muscle, First Amendment right. Again, innocent until proven guilty. And I am doing this video to let you guys do know is that everybody needs due process. And you guys do hear me say that. I have worked with legal companies. I've worked with federal companies where there's investigation on all these things that go on. I've worked with those different, and I've been in the trenches. I've seen the process, and I've seen a lot of people actually get accused of things that they did not commit, and as a result, their attorney was able to prove that they were not involved. And this is the reason why you guys see me doing this videos in reference to SafeMoon, particularly with John Karony now. The fact that he has redacted that he's not the CEO of SafeMoon, we do understand that, because he has relinquished his whole stance when it comes to SafeMoon, because the company was actually dissolved. Okay, we see VGX doing the whole situation with SafeMoon wallet. We understand that SM Ventures actually is a holder of the token. And for those who are watching the video, guys, VGX does not hold the tokens. Now, if VGX want to do a partnership with SM Ventures, that would be an alliance that would actually provide the synergy to let us become whole. And I truly believe something's actually going to happen. But I think the case with John Karony has to come to a point where he can see where this is actually going to go. And that's the reason why these videos are important, me bringing you the information on the updates. Now, for those of you that actually subscribe to his channel or follow John Karony like I do, you're going to get the updates. So for those of you that are watching on YouTube, a lot of you guys are not up to breast. And I'm going to bring you these updated snippets in reference to the video. It may not be consistent, but I'm bringing you these snippets. You guys can understand what's actually transpiring, and I'm gonna write it all the way to the end. Now, I get a lot of response in reference to if John Karony was to start his very own token, would the feds allow it? Guys, if he's get off on this case, okay, you're free. You can do whatever. Would John Karony get back into crypto? That's yet to be seen. But I will say this, and I hope John Karony is listening. If he does in fact start another crypto token, and you guys heard me say this in the very last video, the Safe Moon community is very, very strong. Even though the community has scattered, and a lot of them despondent, a lot of them resentful, and a lot of them had hit financial hard times because they had put a lot of their funds into the Safe Moon crypto token for it to materialize. And remember, this is where you have to have that discipline, as I'm talking about, is that you have to do what is known as the 80-20 rule. Make sure you don't hurt yourself when you invest. Even if you start to go in all and you start moving your chips in, you're moving just 20% of those chips. Yeah, 80% is on something else. And you got to diversify your investment. But I truly believe if he was to come out with a token, definitely do the marketing, go through the whole process, have what is known as a fair open launch where nobody is going to be putting in funds, whereas a fair launch, it wouldn't be categorized as security in case of the SEC come filing that. And I'm sure John knows the laws very, very well now. At this point in time, he actually knows it even better than myself. And a lot of people that want to become known as the couch lawyers to be, he has been reading those documents and is actually well knowledgeable when it comes to the law and how things are actually happening. So this is what I think that's actually going to be taking place right now with John Karony, is that, first of all, he probably say, hey, let me get past this stage first. Once I get past this stage, I'm going to cross the bridge and go from there. Of course, he's going to want to relax, take it easy, take some time off, reflect for a little bit, do some vacation time, get away. And then have that moment where it's okay, I may not have the funds to go ahead and, put down and create the liquidity pool and all that stuff. So I'll have a fair launch. Who is with me? I'll have a Twitter space. They prove me innocent. You guys can see what's going on. And, a lot of people are going to go off at that. But again, it's still innocent and proven guilty. But I think, again, if he was to start his very own token, I think we will see a run-up like there's no telling. And it's actually really going to fly. And he's going to have new people that's actually going to get involved. I think Don Bailey will get involved as well. And this thing will take off. So this is the video I'll bring to you guys. Let's get this video to those persons that would like to know what's going on with Safe Moon, as well as what I'm talking about. And, I can be talking about many other tokens. I can be talking about a token that somebody is probing me a lot to go ahead and talk about. But, at this point in time, I'm actually going to start charging a fee to talk about people tokens because I'm getting a lot of requests. But there are a few gems that I'm actually going to bring to you guys. And no, I'm not going to create a membership rule and all that stuff. But, guys, I did, if you want to support this channel, you can join the membership. There's level 1 to level 2. And you can get these videos a lot more earlier than the norm. Because I may do these videos on maybe 2 or 3 days before they are released on YouTube. So you will get an early preview to these particular videos. And this is what I'll be doing for you guys if you're a part of it. And so you'll get to know what I'm talking about. And by the time everybody gets to see it live or on the rerun on YouTube, you already see what's going on. You get the update. So short video. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Right now, it's Friday. The end of the week has been a busy week. We know that the crypto market is not where we would like it to be right now. It's a little sluggish. The greed index is at 56. The crypto total price market cap is at roughly $2.3 trillion. Still not the greatest, but there's room for it to grow. And this is why I'm doing this video. This is the time to buy. And for those of you, even if you're not interested in VGX, this is an excellent time to get it. You may want to get into it. I'm going to go ahead and plug a few other tokens as well that you might take a look at. I really think Pepe is going to come back as well because a lot of people have made money there and a lot of people want to make money there as well as the GME token. The Solano ship may come back again. as well as Wall Street Bet, as well as there's another token called Iraq. And I'm going to plug those tokens not because my money is in those tokens. I have made money in those tokens. And I'm talking in excess of $3,000-$4,000 on those tokens. So this is the reason why you hear me plugging those, because once the FOMO in fact comes back, there's going to be money to be made in crypto all across. And for those of you, again, if you do not know how to buy crypto, there are multiple videos. Send me a message in the DM on X, or message me here in the comment section. Hey, keep the comment section, guys, professional, because I do have it on a high restriction because a lot of people send me a bunch of crazy stuff. But if you want that information, I can share with you. So until I see you guys again, you guys have a wonderful day and peace.